What's going on, everybody? It's your boy ptkblam back in the building with another video. And before we dive into today's video, I want to say thank you guys for the continued support on the video. The most recent video up on the channel, go hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the content, and do not forget, I do have a TikTok as well, so go check that out. I make daily videos on TikTok, so hopefully you guys enjoy that content there as well too. But on to today's video, man. So it's a good one, and this is something that essentially I preach every single year. And as you guys can see at the thumbnail, I'm talking about Obsidian. And yes, I am saying it again, Obsidian is one of, if not the best studio on Xbox, in my personal opinion. And there's very, very many reasons why. And I'm really just going to start with this year being the perfect example of output of quality that they are capable of on a consistent basis. So if you don't know, I'm gonna give a little background on Obsidian. They were originally part of that first batch of studios that Xbox purchased in 2018, right along with Playground Games and a few other studios as well. And they were kind of an unknown quantity at the time. I mean, they have other IPs that are known, like the Pillars of Eternity games, but they were still kind of a smaller studio. Obviously, Fallout New Vegas was big for them, but a lot of people weren't really hip to their games. It was still kind of niche. They had their own crowd, and they were very good at the games that they made. So lo and behold, Microsoft shows up with a big check. They get Obsidian, and we didn't really know what we were going to get out of this studio, but over time they've built themselves into a powerhouse. They are not just one of the best Xbox studios, as I'm talking about in these videos. They're one of the best studios in gaming, period. Right there. And like I said before, I just think this 2025 is a perfect example of that. Now, a lot of things had to come together to make this happen, but dropping 3 AAA games in 2025, a year that's already as stacked that it is crazy. And think about the priority that they're getting from Xbox too. The cadence that they're putting these games out, the pace, it's insane. And not only that, the quality level. Look at Avowed, you look at Grounded 2, obviously Outer Worlds 2. We just got that big direct at the last showcase, and everything screams quality. Now, they do make similar games. They're more of the RPG developer, but Grounded is not an RPG. And they destroyed that game. That game is amazing. It was one of those games that, we originally saw and nobody thought. We didn't know what it was going to be. Obviously, there was a bunch of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids comparisons. They've turned that game, and it was made by 10 people too, by the way, since we're talking about studio sizes. Shout out to Claire Obscura too. It was 10 people that made Grounded. 10 developers turned into a massive game that's played by over like 30 million people, I believe the last check was, which is insane. And it's not even a live service game either. So it's a game that they continue to update, and they eventually put out just a full-fledged game with all of the DLC, which is basically the 1.0 version. So they're capable of doing different things and wearing many, many, many hats too. So Obsidian has been killing shit in 2025. And like I said, I'm going to continue to preach this because they're going to continue to prove me right. They have been every single time. Now, I'm not saying that they're a juggernaut on a level of like a Bethesda or 343 or like a Sony Santa Monica, but they are building their legacy. They have just as many strong IPs, and they're just as talented as any of the other studios that I named just a minute ago. So I'm really happy with Obsidian. I'm so happy that they're part of the Xbox first party family, and they've been cooking. And just to kind of put a button on this whole conversation, Avowed was my game of the year before Claire Obscura came out, and it's still in the game of the year conversation for me personally, and it's one of the best RPGs I've ever played. So I think Avowed is like a perfect RPG to get into if you're new to RPGs, and it's a great balance of new and old. So, some people say what they want to say about Avowed. It was a phenomenal game. It came out, mind you, it's UE5. The game ran well. It looked beautiful. It was fun to play. It had everything that you could possibly think of, for a RPG that they were trying to make. And it looks like Outer Worlds 2 is that times 10. So they're really just upping their game every single time. And Grounded 2 looks amazing. If you haven't went and checked out that Grounded 2 Direct, do yourself a favor, go look at it because it is phenomenal. They've taken Grounded, the original Grounded, and blew that up to a whole new level. And this is what they're capable of on a consistent basis. And this is what we're going to see going forward from Obsidian. You can bank it. You can book it. So I'm really excited. This doesn't prove anything for me because I already knew how talented Obsidian was. It's cool to see other people, though, excited about what they're capable of and their passion and their talent. because they deserve it. You know, they're not just a Fallout, New Vegas. You know, I know that's a game that people associate them with, but they do so much more than that. And they've separated themselves as well, too, from a lot of other first-party studios at Xbox. Let's be honest here. You know, there's a lot of talented studios, but not a lot of them are doing what Insomniac, what Obsidian is doing. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section about Obsidian. Is 2025 the year of Obsidian? Do you guys agree with that? Because I really feel like it is. If not, let me know about another dev that's doing it as good as Obsidian is this year. As well as, once again, go check out my TikTok. I do put up daily videos there. I appreciate the support on TikTok as well. It's been really fun doing those gaming videos there. And you can expect another video from me this week as well, too. So I'm going to be nailing these videos down. So just expect those coming from your boy. But other than that, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.